It's you, girl!
The internet hub.
Oh my god, ano ba ba video natin for today? Anyways, mga girls, actually, I'm so shocked. This video wasn't planned. I wasn't expecting I would get a lot of requests from the previous video dun sa TikTok makeup hacks, which I'll be linking down below. And dami sa inyo nag-comment na i-try ko yung fox eye makeup tutorial. And I was like, you know what? Why not? Because I'm really curious. I love wing liner and I love the look of fox eye. Isn't it like so exotic? It looks so different. And dami din sa inyo nag-send na mga pictures from Instagram. You want me to copy? Actually, we have the same taste. I don't want it to look too makeup-y. May mga nakita akong videos na parang they're taking the sides of their hair and then pulling it back para ma-lift yung eye. I'm not trying to destroy my hairline. I want to achieve the lifted look like this just using makeup. At saka mga girls, in this fox eye makeup tutorial, I'm gonna do the whole face kasi I saw some pictures nila Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid. Parang I want to achieve that facelift look. Yung parang banat na banat pero with just the use of makeup. If you're trying to achieve that fox eye lift without surgery or just using makeup, this is the video for you. Like literally nakakashikep siya and then kailangan may modeling contract na ako. Ganon. Hala. Oh my god. And of course, mga girls, in case you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe down below. Hit that bell notification icon so you're always notified. I better shut up. And without further ado, mga girls, let's get started. Alright, mga girls, I'm just gonna bring you all in closer so you can see what I'm doing. And also for this tutorial, I'm gonna be doing only one side so you can see the difference. Alright, mga girls, so we are zoomed in right now. Yes, I know I'm breaking out. There are actually some influencers that are throwing shade at me. They're saying that, oh, Johnrey's not acne prone. If I don't do skincare and if I don't use the right products, dami pa yan. So, all those influencers who's trying to throw shade at me,
Think again, bitch.
okay, so we're gonna start on this side. So as you can see, my eyes, it's not the most almond-shaped eyes. My eyes are more rounded. I don't have a lifted appearance. My face is nowhere near Kendall Jenner or Bella Hadid's face. So we're gonna achieve that by using makeup. So personally for me, when it comes to the fox eye makeup, the #1 most important part in the makeup process is always the eyebrows. If you make your eyebrows straight, almost parang ruler, it gives the illusion that your brows is actually being pulled from this direction. So that's what we're gonna do right now. As you can see right now, my brows is not straight, like it's slightly arched. We're gonna force our brows to go straight. And for the eyebrows, I'm gonna be using this Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. This is in the shade dark brown. You can use whatever you want. For me personally, I want to use a dip brow pomade kasi this is super long wearing. So if I'm gonna fake my eyebrows, I want it to last long. And also, mga girls, just a tip when you're using a pomade and to make your pomade last longer, whenever you're using it, just do this. The cap on top para hindi siya mag-dry whenever you're drawing on your eyebrows. So that's a little makeup hack. I'm such a beauty guru. So notice I'm gonna go straight. Almost higher. Almost higher. You see that? Instead of going down here, I'm going straight. You don't need to make it perfect because we're gonna clean that out with concealer. At first, it's gonna look super patchy and you're gonna be like, what is that? It looks so weird. But trust, sis, okay? You wanna take a black eyeshadow. Oh my god, I feel like sawang-sawa na kayo sa palette na to, but this is the best eyeshadow palette ever. Like, fight me, this is the best. Then you want to fill in your brows like so. I'm using black eyeshadow. Actually, it depends on your hair color. I use black because obviously, duh, my hair is black. Fill that in super lightly. Don't use a heavy hand. Now, as you can see here, this is my real eyebrow soap. And you're probably wondering, what are we gonna do with that straight hair? We're gonna be using brow soap, but after this step muna, once that's on, you want to take a concealer brush, and then take your favorite concealer. Concealer I'll be using, this is the Juvia's concealer in number 13. This is so easy. You're gonna be so shook. Whenever you're doing a straight brow, my tip is don't start from here. Don't start from the head of your brow. You want to start first where your brow bone is. Dito yung brow bone ko. Ayan. That's my brow bone. You parang when you touch it, may parang buto na umbok. Diyan ka magsimula. Then go straight. Like straight. Even if it overlaps. You see my hair? If it nag-overlap yung concealer sa hair ko, that's fine. Just go over the hair. We're gonna fix that later. This is gonna look so satisfying. So you want to carve that. Make sure it's really sharp. And just lift it. Talagang i-lift mo siya. Parang papuntang temples na. See, that instantly lifted my eye. Simula muna kayo sa brow bone. Going outwards. Don't start here. The reason why you're not supposed to start here kasi baka masyado maging mataas, masyado maging pababa. Hindi mo matansya yung eyebrows eh. So I would highly recommend you start from the brow bone, then go straight. Then you connect the head of your brow. to your brow bone. Gonna make it much easier. As long as highlighted yung brow bone, it's gonna give you that lifted. You can already tell the difference. This is my normal brow. This is the fox eyebrow. It's going upwards. Then you wanna sharpen this one. It's literally a fox, sis. A fox eye. Fox eye. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, that's too harsh, mamaho. Oh my god, that brows looks like a block. Don't worry, you can just set it with setting powder para ma-soften yung brow. But personally, I like a strong brow, especially for a fox eye. It gives you a more fierce appearance. So you can see the difference already. My left brow is like arched, then this one is like straight, and it's giving the illusion that my eyes is almond shaped. I have round eyes, but you can see this eye is already turning almond, and then this eye is round. I swear eyebrows is the most important step in this tutorial. Alright, so moving on to the next step. This is also one of the most important part, is concealing your eyelids, because you want your eyelids to be a blank canvas. So I'm still using my concealer. I wish I had another concealer, but this is my favorite at the moment. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. All you have to do is just conceal your eyelids, just a little, just like 2 dots. You can use your fingers or a brush. I'll use my fingers. Inner corner, ayan. From here, ayan. Like here, i-conceal mo yan hanggang sa buong lids. Because for me, when it comes to a fox eye, common mistake I noticed from tutorials, not that there's a way to do it, but I find it parang it's not aesthetically pleasing and it looks kind of fake. Most of the people, they just put a wing liner and then smoke it out. That's like a smoked out wing liner. For me, a fox eye, you're actually contouring your eyes to look like this, not just a wing liner. So may mga ibang tutorials ako nakita na I want my eye to look natural pero it's slightly pulled. Make sure you set your eyelids. I'm gonna be setting my eyelids with some translucent powder. This is my translucent powder at the moment. Make sure it's set and make sure there's no pigments of your eyelids peeking through. You want it to look super blank. You're initially creating a new eyelid eh. So now that we have that on, so this is the part where we contour our eyes. So all you need to do first is, I'm gonna take first a brown eyeshadow like this. You can take your angled brush like so. Then you can see here where the end of your eye is, make sure it lines up with the tail of your brow. Okay, so now that you have that on, it doesn't have to be high. Then just blend it inwards. Whatever's left on your brush, just blend it paloob. Remember, we're not making a smoky wing liner. We're trying to contour the eyes to look like there is lift and there's a pull. Because bitch, I cannot afford facelift. Okay, so now that you have that on with brown, make sure you don't put any eyeshadow in the center and also on the center of your lash line, which I'll be explaining that mamaya why. Because if you're gonna put the brown eyeshadow, whatever product, center of your lash line, it's gonna close the eyes and hindi siya magmumukhang fox eye. It's just gonna look like your typical smoky eye. Ganun. So once you have that brown on there, you wanna contour this. Now if your eyes is not almond shaped, this is very extremely helpful tip. Does that look almond to you, sis? So you wanna contour this with brown muna. Notice I'm contouring this part and this part only. Kasi parang I'm trying to stretch my eyes sideways. Just the inner corner hanggang dito lang. Don't go all the way here. We still want our eyes to have that 3-dimensional look. Now that we have that on, you can take a fluffy brush with no product and then blend the edges just to diffuse that line. Because we're trying to trick the eye. We're not trying to put makeup on. We're trying to give illusion. Now that you have that on, you want to take a fluffy flat brush. Ganito siya, pero medyo fluffy siya. So if I want to blend, I can just blend. So take a deeper brown, like so. Yan siya. You wanna add more depth. So add more brown eyeshadow here. Pero make sure you don't cover the lighter brown. Lagyan mo lang dito. Diyan lang, diyan lang. That's enough. Because we're gonna blend that out later. Then you just wanna add more here. This will add depth. The lighter shade is gonna be our shadow. And then the darker eyeshadow will serve as our structure. Because we're trying to change the shape of our eye. And again, same thing, do not put anything in the center because we still want our eyes to be 3-dimensional. I'm gonna take again your clean fluffy brush. Oh, there's nothing in here, no product. Alam niyo mga girls, if hindi lang ako nag-explain, this will just take me like God. This will be like super mabilis lang. Just blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. Be patient until mag-fade siya. So it looks like a shadow. Then you want to blend it inward. Notice my inner corner, I don't have any eyeliner, but it's becoming almond shaped now without any eyeliner. Then you want to take your black eyeshadow, an angled brush. I'm using this angled brush over here. Then take a black eyeshadow, your most pigmented black. Just go along that wing you've made, just here. Okay. Then bring it inward like that. And then keep layering lang. See, notice how it's lifting our eyes a little bit, and make sure you don't cover the entire shadow. The reason why we're putting black eyeshadow is it's gonna give the illusion that your lashes is fuller on this side, and it's gonna give you a more sultry, pulled look. Black eyeshadow sa inner corner again. See, notice how it's having dimension na, and it's looking more almond shape. Don't mind the mess, we're gonna clean that with concealer later. Okay, so now that's done. Go back again to your blending brush. This has no product. So this is your best friend. A fluffy brush that has no product. Then just blend everything together inwards. Don't go out, go in. All inwards. This may take a minute and just keep blending. Kung hindi pa sumasakit yung kamay mo sa kakablend, it means you're not there yet. Dalgona coffee is quaking. You want to have that shadow going on. This is our fake facelift. Now that's done, we go onto the face. For the face, you don't need full coverage. It doesn't matter. If you have a BB cream or a skin tint, feel free to use that if you want a more natural look. I personally want full coverage, so I'm going to be using full coverage foundation. Then we'll move on to the next step, which is the concealer, which is also one of the most important parts in this Fox Eye makeup tutorial. I'll be right back with the foundation on my face. Alright, so now that I have my foundation on, you can already see right away this eye is already super lifted in this eye. Even the brows is like super lifted, which you can still see a little bit of my brows. We're gonna fix that later. My brows is already having it has tension in my brows and in my eyes. So that's what we're looking for. Now moving on to concealer. I learned this trick dun sa TikTok makeup hack. I was like, you know what? I actually really liked it. So when it comes to the concealer, di ba tayo normally we put concealer all over the eyes? It's gonna look super obvious that you're wearing a lot of concealer. So what I've learned dun sa TikTok hack, and also some supermodels, what they do, they only just spot treat wherever you need to add more light to the shadow, which is, for me, it's this, and the sides of my mouth. Ayun lang. I'm not gonna put concealer all over my eye, and then also on this part. This is the part where you want to put concealer kasi you want to give the illusion that there's tension going on the end of your eyes. So I'm just gonna blend that, the sides of my mouth. And for me, when it comes to the Fox Eye makeup look, everything goes together. Not just the eyes, also your face. Go all the way here and then blend it out. Alright, so I'm just trying to highlight that area. And then here, ito yung pinaka-important na part. This is the most important part, is the ends of your eyes. You want to make sure that it's clean. By putting the concealer here, this part is darker. It's giving the illusion that there's tension, there's a shadow. See? So you want to do that. Blend it all the way upwards, up until your temple. There you go. We're gonna use bronzer in that area naman. And then I'm just gonna set the concealer. I'm using Jeffree Star setting powder in beige. Gently set your under eyes like so. So I'm just gonna set my under eye with setting powder. Okay. All the way in the inner corner and the sides of your nose. And then all the way here. Okay. Don't be shy. Put some more. Looks so satisfying, right? Don't worry. We're gonna get back to the eye. Just wait. By the way, I don't bake because baking makes my under eye shrivel up. I just press the powder on my skin. Okay. Now I'm just gonna set my entire face. Alright, so now that our face is set to the gods, it's like matte and poreless as fuck, we are gonna bronze our face. I would highly recommend you use a bronzer or a pressed powder that's slightly darker than your color. Bronzers I would recommend for this is the Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Deep. It almost looks like there's nothing, which that's the point. You just layer this. It looks like silk. It looks like a natural shadow, which I love it for this. Or you can use this one. This is Features and Shades in the shade Raha. But for this, we're gonna be using the Butter Bronzer. So when it comes to contouring, especially for the Fox Eye makeup look, this is normally where we contour, diba? And then slightly higher minsan. But I want you to go crazy. That's why whenever someone gets a thread lift or a facelift, notice the tension is here. The tension is here, right? When you get a facelift. Look, this is my natural shadow, but when we get a facelift, notice the tension is here. So instead of contouring here, you want to go crazy and contour here. Sa cheekbones mismo, and then go diagonal. It'll give you a more lifted appearance. See, notice my natural shadow's down here, but I'm putting the shadow slightly higher. Notice the difference. This is my natural shadow. This is the fake shadow. Kasi that's where you see tension when there's a facelift. Alam niyo mga curls, when you do this technique, instant mukha kang retokada. So you want to swirl that. Look how natural the Butter Bronzer is. I love this. At first I was like, maybe this won't do nothing for me, but oh my god, I love it. So notice this part is lifted na immediately. Like this is already higher Like, everything is going upwards. This one is like, you can see the difference already. Remember, this is the darker part. Make sure when you're putting contour, this is darker. And then blend it upwards. Blend it upwards to your temples because this is gonna give the illusion that may tension siya nangyayari. And don't be shy, go crazy, sis, because you wanna look fake. You wanna look as fake as possible. This is the ultimate catfish makeup tutorial, sis. Like, you're gonna catfish a lot of people. Then you can just contour your jawline like so. Then you can take your setting powder and then just carve your contour upwards, always upwards. And then bring it super high. See, notice this is more lifted already than this. See, this is my natural. You can already tell the difference right away. And also feel free to carve this part, but I don't need to. Just take your powder brush and then just remove that out. At saka mga girls, tip, whenever you're carving your contour, don't go all the way sa jawline. Just leave an allowance dito kasi you're trying to also recede this area. You just want light here, not all the way here. Because if you're gonna bring light all the way down here, it's gonna make your face look wide. Let's just finish off the face and then we're gonna go back to the eyes. Then for blush, I would highly recommend you use a cream blush. And you're probably wondering, Mama Ho, why are you using a cream blush on top of foundation? Don't you worry, there's a technique for that. So I'm using the BLK Multi-Stacks. This is in the shade Room Service. Take a brush muna, like a small brush will do. And then I just pat it on the cream blush. There you go. Take the back of your hand, swirl it. Make sure you take off any excess cream blush. Then, don't swipe it, just press it. It will give you a very beautiful flush. And then just put your blush on top of your contour. Almost like parang malapit na siya sa mata mo. But don't worry, it's gonna give you a more lifted look. You can also add more blush depending on your face shape. My face shape is slightly wide, so I'm putting most of my blush on this side. But if you have a narrow face, feel free to put it all the way in. And you know what? Just for demonstration purposes, I'm just gonna put the blush all the way in. Concentrate the blush here, and then whatever's left, just go on your cheekbones. And then once you have that on, you can just take your beauty blender and then just blend cream blush in. And there's some remaining foundation, so it's gonna look like it's under your skin. Now let's go back to the eye. Notice the eyeshadow, parang when you look at it, parang may kulang. Yes, there is kulang. We need an eyeliner. What the eyeliner is gonna do, it's gonna tie the eyeshadow together. You don't need a thick eyeliner. All you need to do is just outline the shadow that you've made. So what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna outline the shadow. That's all you need. You don't need too much. Mamaya, we're gonna blend it out. We're gonna smoke that liner out. Flat brush again, and it's slightly fluffy. What you wanna do is you wanna take a black eyeshadow, blend the inner parts of the wing liner. Don't blend the outer parts, just here. So it's gonna blur the sharp line over here. So just apply a little bit of eyeshadow. Alright, so now that we're done with the outer view of our eye, we're gonna go back to the inner corner. We're gonna be using a liquid liner, and we're gonna line the inner corners of our eyes. Technique neto is you just use a light hand and then use the tip of your brush, like almost it's not touching your lash line, just the tiniest tip. Like this. And then just open your eyes. At saka kagandahan dito is, the reason why we did like yung contour sa inner corner before putting the liner is, it makes it more easier. You don't need your line to be perfect because the eyeshadow is blurring the eyeliner. And you can just line your inner corner like so. For this, I normally just use a angle brush with a little bit of black eyeshadow and then just line the inner corner for a more fox eye look. So now that we are done with contouring the eyes, this is the part where we highlight our eyes using shimmer. I wouldn't use eyeshadows because sometimes eyeshadow can be too opaque that it's covering the skin. I would personally use a highlighter. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome. The reason why we're using highlighters is, it's just illuminating the surface of the skin. I want my skin to be seen, na parang akala mo it's actually capturing the light, like the structure of my eyelids looks like that. I would rather go for a highlighter. Use a shimmery eyeshadow. It's obvious that it's an eyeshadow, so I highly recommend using a highlighter. Just highlight the center. Instantly gave life to your eyes. You don't need too much. As long as it's capturing light, that's all you need. And then the most important part, you have to highlight your brow bone. You see this? Wait, let me brush off the hair. This bone here, highlight that part so it'll lift the eye. Ayan. And then just highlight your inner corner super lightly. Now that we're done with the eyelids, we're going to seal our brows. I'm just using a brow soap. This is the Luna Organics brow soap. Let's put some mascara. I'm just putting mascara on. And whenever you're putting mascara, focus on the outer corners of your eye. Especially here. Para hindi naman masayang yung effort natin na lagay pa tayo ng black eyeshadow, diba? So, dito natin ilagay yung most of the mascara. Now that we're done with the eyes, we're gonna put on some lashes. And I would highly recommend you buy lashes that tapers outwards. It doesn't necessarily have to look like this. I have some examples here. From Cinderella Lashes. This is in the style Bondi. This is their store. And then I also have another one. This is from Miniso. This is their Dazzling False Eyelashes in Margaret. Basta anything, oh my god, this looks so ratchet. Basta any lashes that tapers outwards, yung parang from the inner corner it's short and it's getting longer from the outer corners. Any lashes that looks like that. Avoid lashes that looks like this. Ayan. If you're trying to go for a fox eye look, avoid lashes that has a full set of lashes long in the center, because we're not going for an open eye look. We're going for a more almond shape, using something that's short that goes outward. So, alright, Malcro. So while we're waiting for our lash glue to dry, I'm just gonna highlight the face. Same highlighter that I use. So I'm just gonna highlight the cheeks. Go slightly higher. Ayan. I'm not gonna put too much because I just want that supermodel glow. You see? It's like instantly like, it looks like I had a facelift. Notice that's already lifting the eyes with the lashes. Alright, so I'm just putting the lashes on. So for the lips, we're just gonna overline the lips. I'm gonna be using the lip liner. This is Flormar 222. And then for lipstick, we're gonna be using Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Intense. And this is like the ultimate MLBB supermodel vibes. If you're looking for a more affordable version, just go for Vice Cosmetics, yung Miss Uganda. It's also creamy and it has that sheen. If you're going for like supermodel vibes, I highly recommend cream lipstick. Yung parang may onting sheen na parang akala mo naka lip gloss pero hindi. It's gonna fill it in with the Pillow Talk lipstick. Alright mga curls, so that's the finished look over here. Like as you can see, if you're gonna do that, akala mo may tension. Even if I do this, if I pull my face back, it looks super fox eye. Even if I release it, it looks like there's tension. Like, look at that. Parang lahat pataas. Parang Bella Hadid. So this is the fox eye makeup. Oh, pak. Oh. And this is the part without fox eye makeup. Notice this part is like kind of droopy, it's kind of sad. But this one is like you had a facelift and everything is pulled back. You can't tell me this is the same eyes. They look so different, right? And then this. Like, even if I just do that, it almost looks like I'm pulling my face backwards. But I'm not, sis. There's no tension. You can see it's like all is lifted. The cheeks, the eyebrows. If I lift the left side of my face, it almost looks like it's matching. I'm not putting any tension here. See? Like, it's just makeup. Bitch, catfish. So let me just do the left side of my face and I'll get back to you with the finished look, alright? And I'll be right back. Mga curls, so this is the finished look mga curls. Diba like instant facelift, instant model, diba pak, oh, Bella Hadid, oh, pak. It's just the magic of makeup, sis. Alright mga curls, so that concludes our video of the fox eye makeup tutorial. What do you guys think? Like, comment down below your other video requests and also comment down below what do you guys think. Are you gonna give this a try? Make sure you tag me on Twitter and also on Instagram stories. Also put the hashtag Johnny made me do this so I can see your looks. I can give you a mention on Instagram and also a retweet on Twitter. And also mga curls, I hope you found this video interesting and helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And of course mga curls, very important is to stay nakakashikep. More mother. How's the game? Bye guys!